Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here. I hope that you're having a great Christmas/New Year's break so far. I know I am. It's kind of been nice not doing a daily video for at least, I think it's been 4 or 5 days, though I do miss you guys. And so today I want to talk about Avatar. The main reason why is because an article came online talking about, they're talking about the third movie and they already have the name and blah, blah, blah. And I've been wanting to talk about Avatar since I saw the movie. You see, the day that the movie came out, Julia and I already booked tickets, like at least a month in advance. We wanted to be butts in seats. We want to see it in 3D or the real 3D with the goggles. We want to be in the recliners, the theater with the food and all that jazz. So we wanted to make sure we did it right, especially for a movie that is 3 hours and 15 minutes long. And since we loved the first movie, which we did see in 3D, we're like, okay, we have to do this movie right. So we saw it when it opened. We thought it was fantastic. Now, if you watch the movie in regular HD or not in Dolby Sound, which means that the audio is panned a certain way, I want to say you kind of missed out on a lot. Because these movies were made with specific cameras that James Cameron made to make this movie look good in 3D. I've spoken to many people that have seen the movie and absolutely loved it, and then those who saw it and said it stunk. And the main difference was because you saw it either in HD versus 3D with the great audio background. So just to back up for a second, Julie and I did go the day that it opened. We even got this really cool the popcorn holder, which I'm going to turn this on for a second. It lights up. This lights up. We also went the day where they gave you the Pandora glasses. By the way, this is what it looks like from the bottom. It's like a little switch you just turn on. I click it. We'll click on. See? And we all have our own popcorn bowls at home. So we're like, oh my God, we're totally getting this. Plus it was like free refills for 3 hours. You couldn't beat that price. So anyway, we saw it, we loved it, and now that it's been a few weeks, I think as of today at least, which is December 27th, they topped $850 million. I believe the first Avatar, when it was all said and done, they topped, I think, like $2 billion. And at this rate, it looks like they could potentially get at least to 1.5 billion. Some of the bigger changes were the fact that this past weekend, there was a new movie called Babylon that was released, and it really tanked. I think it only made $5 million. I think that one's with Brad Pitt and Maggie Robbie and a couple other famous people. This movie not only surpassed them in sales, they actually made $8 million more. Because just like the first movie, which, people hear it's a long movie, blah, 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 we're not going to go see it. And then people see it and they love it and they start telling their friends and their family. That's how my family saw it. And so long story short, it has been overtaking all the newer movies coming out and surpassing the numbers that people didn't expect them to have. So if you haven't seen Avatar, you definitely go see it. But the main reason why we're talking about Avatar now is because of a report that came out in 2018. You see, this second Avatar, it's taken about a decade to come out. And that's why a lot of people were getting frustrated. James Cameron, how can you be doing this? But it turns out at the same time, they were also filming Avatar 3 and 4 because the kids are the main focal point of the future movies, which we're slowly kind of figuring out. And we'll get back to that in a second. And so when this report came out in 2018, it leaked Avatar 2's title, which, is The Way of Water. Now, at that point, these were all rumors. At the same time, they also released another name, and people just kind of pushed it aside because they're like, you know what? We don't know if this is true. It's not confirmed. Well, as soon as the movie came out and it was confirmed, people are like, well, if that information was correct, could it be the other names are correct as well? And so that's kind of where we're at this very second. The next movie, which is technically Avatar 3, which won't be out until 2024, so unfortunately we still have to wait another year and a half. Avatar 3 is now being named Avatar: The Seed Bearer, which makes sense when you think why they had to film these movies back to back. Because going back to the kids, if the kids are a big focal point of the film, well, if they were to film these in 2-year increments, those kids will grow up really quickly and outgrow the role. So they had to film those movies back to back to make sure the kids look the same, sound the same, and act the same way. So yeah, okay, we're starting to understand why it took so long and how the names are correct. So if you say the seed bearer, it's like, okay, this makes sense. She has kids, she's potentially pregnant. You're talking about the future of avatars and humans together in Pandora. And there's a couple other names, because we have, like, for the 4th movie, Avatar the Tuken Rider, which kind of makes sense because the kids are getting older. And then the last one, oh gosh, I can't pronounce it, but Avatar 5, The Quest for Iwa? I actually think I said that right. So the question is, are those titles correct? You know, we do know why they filmed them the way they are, so Avatar's 3 title does make sense. So I guess we just have to wait. I know, it's kind of hard. See, I love the first one and the second one so much that, like, I don't think I've ever really liked the series as much. And it's actually funny because James Cameron himself talked about how he doesn't like Star Wars and his other franchises, like the MCU, you know, because he doesn't like that whole thing, but then he's kind of building his own. I mean, there's even rumors of, like, potentially doing different movies off of different things. I don't know. I like this franchise. Let me know in the comment section. Have you seen Avatar 2: The Way of Water? What do you think of it? Do you think that title for Avatar 3 is correct? And or do you want this movie in 3D or regular high def? Because there are a lot of people who just watch it in regular definition. It's like it wasn't that good. And if that's the case, then you need to go back and see it in real 3D. I wish they still had these ones in the theater. I feel like it was only available for like the first day and that was it. And this is Julia's bowl now. It's actually really heavy duty. I've got one from Disney, 2 from Disney, and this one. So now we each get our own. Anyway, I'm Joey. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys later. Bye.